It's good to see you back, Ryan. It's good to be back. Thanks. It's good to be back. Oh my god, I missed streams. I missed all of this. We're gonna continue with Dyson. We're gonna play like 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. Just kind of see where we were. Strawberry says, can we just kill my autocorrect? It is. I don't want to, because honestly.
What's Ryan's favorite movie? Get Hard.
Oh yeah. Thanks for the 5 bits, Mars. Because honestly, it's a source of delight like every day, Strawberry. When your autocorrect fucks up a very pure comment and makes it sexual or weird or hilarious, it's so good. I thought it was Magnolia though, right? See, Surprise actually knows. Actually, probably most of you know, because I've talked about Magnolia way too much as my favorite movie. All right, we're back in Dyson. I have no idea what the goal is. It's been a long time. It's been a goddamn long time. I don't know. On my list over here, I have more copper, but I think we did that. More hydrogen. I don't really know how to do that. And more green motors. I don't really know how to do that. So we'll take a look around and we could do that, but I don't know if we need it. Let's take a look around and see what we got to do. Take a look around, see what we got to do. And then Megan and I should do either Valen or something here tonight. So honestly, Strawberry, I also wonder what you'll get next. Yes. I wonder the same. Power's good, right? Power's good. That's good. You know, other things are good. Sure. Let's go make sure science is cracking. You can always start there, right? I missed this game too. Gone for almost a week. Missed all of the games, but I've definitely also missed this one. We are currently just missing purple. So it is purple, which is why I was standing there. Okay. Purple is going slow. Why? Let's go take a look. Sounds great, Joe. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. Thanks. When does class start back up? Okay. See ya, Joe.
Is Magnolia that boring movie where a cop and a game show dude are in the same movie, but also Terry's a kid that's wicked smart and also another kid who's lost? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, by the way. I will say, it is one of the harder movies to describe. I need plastic now. Fuck me. It is a super hard movie to describe. Its form is weird. It's very weird. I'm in it right now, but I can no longer ignore it now. I've had 4 weeks of fun, and now it's just like, F. Oh, no. So basically, you've been, like, going ham except for...
The plot synopsis is a list.
It's truly a list of just different characters. It's, to me, it's less of a... It's interestingly, like, less of a plot and just more of a character list, for sure. So you've just been, like, kind of getting by on what you can, and now it's catching up to you. Unfortunate things. Unfortunate. Thanks for the bits, by the way, Mars. Yeah, unfortunate. All right, we need plastic, and I don't really remember how to make plastic. It's from the oil thing, but... Energized carbon and this shit. Nope. Refined oil or whatever it's called. Yeah. Fair enough. Well, I hope it goes smoothly enough that, I hope it goes... I mean, you're almost graduated, right? How, like... This is the most terrible influence. Surprise, close your ears, okay? Don't listen to this part. You're almost graduated. Like, how much do you really have to do? Are they gonna stop you from walking? You know? Is it that bad? Or is it just like, I should probably care more than I do? All right, Surprise, you can listen again. I have to do 2 recitals in 2 months. Okay. Okay, that's fair. Care less about school. Got it. Surprise. That was not... Nope. Shit. Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. Just not making any plastic. And the reason we're not making any plastic is actually energized carbon on this side. Okay. So maybe we just fly carbon in. That's actually doable. That'll help. One of the recitals involves me writing like 10 more minutes of music in enough time to give the music to the people to record. Blag. Ooh, in 2 months, that is a lot. That is a lot. You're right. I'm now beginning to understand. House is back. Had to work for a bit. How's it going? It's going. I'm trying to solve a low plastic problem. I think I can partially band-aid with this, but also I should probably just be making plastic. I don't know. I don't know how it's going, is the short answer. I do not exactly know. I should probably just bring more carbon into this area. Or sorry, coal into this area. Which I could hypothetically do. It wouldn't be pretty. That's never stopped me before. I think I'm going to give up on homework. I'm trying to do it right now, and it's just not clicking. Strawberry says, I want to hang out. Hang out then, Strawberry. Your homework will be there when you need to... when you have to do it. Dinks, that is a lot. That is a lot. I know you probably described your trip in mucho detail already, but for me, question mark out of 10 on the trip. That's a great question, Dinks. I'm happy to describe it for you. Anything for you, Dinks. Here's how I would say it. So, had a good trip. I see you next fall. I don't know that I'll do a trip necessarily exactly like this again in the future. This is the most band-aidy thing of all time.
Speaking of work, I'm gonna lurk with you on Quiet, my favorite way to watch while I try to get one of these papers wrapped up. So glad you're back, Ryan. Can't wait to see you turds tonight. Lilin Heart, Lilin Heart.
Lilin the heart, Lilin the heart. Thank you, Mars. Sounds good, man. Get these papers wrapped up. See ya. Thanks for the 5 bits. Lilin the hearts. Hi, Adderall. Ooh, good point, Adderall. Good point. Good point. We were just playing some Tarkov, but now we are playing Dyson. We don't often switch games 3 times in one stream, but here we are. Hi, Adderall. Yeah, for sure, Duke, for sure. So overall, I don't know that I would do a vacation like this. I wouldn't be super quick to do a vacation like this again in the future. And the only reason for that, Dinks, is like, it was a ton of... We let somebody else play in the first part of vacation for us. Which is cool and all. But we were like it was very extroverted, very peopling really hard. And I am much more of a, like, if I'm gonna go on vacation, I would really prefer to just kind of talk to no one except for my wife. And yeah. And instead we were like traveling hardcore with people for the first couple days, which was fine. Again, not my cup of tea. We're gonna find some coal real quick. Put some coal into the system right there. But yeah, it's fine. The second half of the trip, I actually just got to see friends, and that was it, and that was way better. So it was way more up my alley. So also we got to do some really cool like natural world stuff. Like I went on a lot of awesome hikes and runs, and all of that made me super happy. And so good enough. That's the abbreviated version. Who had the doggos? Megan's parents had Hero, and Megan's brother had Kingsley. They both have dogs of their own, so we had to split them up. That's what we usually do on vacations. What game did you play first? We actually just chatted for like an hour, House. So that's what I meant. We didn't actually play 5 games today, but we did, 3 games today. But we were in 3 separate categories on Twitch. Does that make sense? Grand Canyon hike looked amazing. I was there in December. Had you been before? Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I freaking love the Grand Canyon. Like, it appeals to me so much. I've spent a lot of time there, a good amount of time there. Pretty crazy hole in the ground to look at. It's a big fucking hole. It's a huge ditch. It's enormous. It's a big fucking ditch. Yeah, exactly, surprise, exactly. No, that's not it. I like talking to friends. I really like talking to friends. I also feel like I could use a vacation for my vacation, if that makes sense, you know? But also my daily life means, like, I play a lot of video games on the internet. So, like, do I really need a vacation for my vacation? Do I need a vacation for my real life, Ryan? No. No, I do not. Yeah. It was great, though. It was great. We did see one of my friends. He's actually the friend who officiated our wedding. Is how I describe him. Like, you know, you got best man Nick. You have who was my best man at my wedding. We got efficient Steve. Steven is a really good friend, and we asked him to officiate our wedding. So, and I don't see him very often, but he lives in Phoenix. So, good to see him. Alright, we're just adding a bunch of copper coal. That's what it's called. Because we need it in the system. And then ring bearer tub. Yeah, ring bearer tub. You got a referee for your wedding? Yeah, and honestly, a couple people had flags called on them. It was crazy, Adderall. You should have seen it. Shit went wild, you know? People were paying fines for their activity. And Adderall, how are you, by the way? Sorry, I really didn't get a chance to say hey when you walked in. I had a vacation, a 4-day weekend over Easter. All I did was play computer games. Yeah. If you ever happen to be in central Pennsylvania, I'll see if I can set something up, Ryan. There you go. There you go, surprise. Honestly, my goal is more like here when we return to normal life, we gotta like all go to a con or something, you know? So we can actually meet each other and hang out. Gotta go to a con. Con life. Adderall's feeling sexy? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Dink says, renew your vows and have each member of chat have a very intricate and important role. Are you kidding me? We once had a hypothetical, not even a real conversation, a hypothetical conversation about which of you we would allow to house sit. I'm not having an actual conversation about people's roles in something as important as a vow renewal, because the tension will never stop. It'll just all be everyone pissed at me constantly. Like, no one's coming out of that happy. I want to know where my standing is now, not gonna lie. You see what you did? You see what you did? If you come to Australia, I'll take you to Wilson's Promontory, and we can hike like crazy. Promontory is a fantastic word, Duke. Also, deal. Also, deal. I would like to get to Australia someday. For sure. Actually. Real talk. There's plenty of places that not particularly on the list of places to go. Australia's on the list, you know? I don't know that it's super high, but it's on the list. Okay. Oh shit, we should upgrade all this too. Not all that. Whoops. That's too much. Oh well. Who gives a shit? Alright, so that should keep a bunch of plastic running. Honestly, probably not enough plastic. But that's fine. It's pronounced promontory? Maybe in Australia? Are you sure? I don't know. This is a word I've read for many, many years. Nope, not that one.
Promontory.
Did you hear that, Duke? I don't know if you can hear this.
Promontory.
We just call it the prom. I love it. I love it. Wilson's prom. Wilson's prom, man. I shall, Adderall. I shall. Hey, I have no expertise in almost anything. But I do have a master's degree in creative writing, so Words I feel semi-confident on. I have no expertise and no claim to fame on most things, but... Okay, so right there is energized carbon, and this is just fucked. This is just fucked. Do we have that going into a, no. Okay, let's do it. I'm just kind of not doing anything right now. Dude, that sounds great. Take a break, especially with the work you've been doing, Strawberry. Take a break. Take a break. Come away with me for the summer. For the summer. Let's go upstate. Just because the robot has the same stupid accent that you do doesn't make it right. There we go. There we go. Yeah, but y'all pronounce it like Canberra, you know? I mean, so who's really to be trusted here? Canberra? Really? Ryan, what's your favorite place to travel to? You know what the immediate answer that comes to mind is, Dinks? Immediate answer comes to mind. One of my favorite places in the world. Fuck all of this, by the way. We should not do that way. Is like Tahoe area in California, Lake Tahoe. My happy place is like there, basically. Also, don't trust anything I'm saying, because look at my freaking solution to this shit. This is rough. This is a terrible solution to this stuff. Cool. Notre Dame. Yeah, Notre Dame, exactly. Well, I've driven there before. Dinks. So when I was in grad school, Tahoe was like, so the foothills. The short answer is Tahoe. The long answer is anywhere between like Auburn and Tahoe, which is foothills to, you may have driven up I-80. Foothills towards Tahoe. I love all of that, and it makes me happy, and it's my happy place. And like basically, I would be in this like, I'd be in Sacramento-ish area and like living my life day to day, doing my thing, and I would be over it, and I would be so ready for the weekend, and then the weekend would come, and I would immediately drive up I-80 and out of the pollution of Sacramento and into like the foothills, and then up to Tahoe, or I'd go trail running or snowboarding or skiing or swimming or hiking, and it's just like my happy place. Yeah, that's my answer. What's your favorite place to travel to? Chat, all of you, what's your favorite place to travel to? All of you. Magical, man. It is magical. And now Megan, so I took Megan to one of our first vacations together. I took Megan to Tahoe, and I just did everything I could to try and make her fall in love with it, and it succeeded, and now we want to go back, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy because it worked. And now she's also in love with the place, and it worked. And now we'll definitely be traveling there again in the future. Strawberry's favorite place to travel is the void itself. I'm pulling people because I'm going to travel in my first year off school in 17 years. Let's go. Oh my god, good timing, Dinks. Unlike all of the unfortunate souls last year who graduated and then had nothing that they could do because of COVID. Poor unfortunate souls. We need more gears as well. Yeah, that's a good answer for me, is like Tahoe's fucking, it's a place. Are we not making any of these? Because we need these, all of which need gears. Shit. Okay. Wilson's Prom. But I also love the Grampians. The Grampians? What is the Grampians? That is a beautiful name. I'll be honest. Maybe Wilson's Prom is better, but I like the Grampians name better. The Grampians. What the fuck? That's a great name. Oh my god, all this is done. That's why we don't have any. All of this is done. Okay, so we should probably demand this and then turn it into these here. Sure, let's do it. Sure, whatever, let's do it. It's a village of grandpas. That's what I'm thinking. You know, the Grampians. And occasionally they're a little bit less happy with their lives, and so they're called the Grumpians. That's exactly what I think. It's got to be the Grampians. I will say, traveling this weekend did have this week did have me like had me hardcore thinking about the possibility of doing stuff in the future, like car camping and stuff, which has been a dream for a while. I kind of want to actually. This is the problem. I always do this shit. I go away on vacation and then all I do is think about stream. So I was thinking about some car camping stuff. I was also hardcore thinking about like 3 or 4 things I want to try and get done for stream. But that's normal life. I just do that every time I travel. But it's like I take a short break from streaming, think about stream the whole time. Grampians is a national park in Victoria. Mountainous area there. Okay. I want to live in an RV for a couple years. I don't know how I'd pay for gas though. Fuck gas, bruh. Just make it solar, you know? Hell yeah. I don't know how I'd pay for gas or the RV. That's great. Strawberry, or sorry, surprise, I will. For sure. That's great. Definitely. I didn't mean to type Victoria twice. You're good, Duke. You're good. I'm gonna have to look up the Grampians, man. Strawberry, are you talking Discord, like Discord channel permissions? Family's big into camping. Dude, unfortunately, I do not come from a family of campers. We talked about this, but I don't come from a family of campers, which kind of sucks. Because it's just mean like, it's just meant trying to learn all of this stuff every step along the way myself. But that's okay. I wish I had like learned some of it as a kid, but I just didn't. That sounds like a lot of work, Strawberry. Sounds like a lot of work. All right, we're gonna make more gears than we know what to do with. Actually, more than this belt will hold, and that'll be the big deal. All right, so that should be good to start. See if this number goes down. It's not. I hear you, Dinks. I will say my goal, Dinks, is like I don't know about RV for a couple years, but I'm still 100% entertaining the idea. Ooh, power's out. I'm 100% entertaining the idea that I could hike like the PCT. I would really like to hike the PCT, but oh shit. Okay, we have a ray receiver problem right now. Interesting. Okay. Oh, please go down. Shit, fuck. My friend and I went through each individual channel, changed about permissions one by one for 100 channels. Oh my god, is there no way to copy paste? Wow. Great Grandpa had an orchard. That's nice of you to offer the help, by the way, surprise. Great Grandpa had an orchard in the Grampians, which is now owned by my great uncle. We go there to camp. All my cousins and their families too. It's a whole thing. Okay, so power's slightly confusing right now, but anyone else get the urge to just fuck off to somewhere in Eurasia and just disappear? Yeah, mine's slightly complicated by the fact that if I did, I think my wife would be concerned. So don't let her hear that I said yes, but yes stinks. I think you want to put these around the equator or close, if I remember correctly. Any place that doesn't have shit, just chuck one down. I hate when my husband randomly abandons me for Eurasia. Exactly. You know, like, I get it, but geez, man. Eurasia, it's cool and all, but shit, that's probably not a good spot for it. Can I make more of these? Not on me. No, I can't. Shit. I did 9 weeks in Europe once, but never quite disappeared. Wow. Thing says I'd have to go pre-spouse, huh? I don't know. Maybe not. Megan would be supportive of me doing it, I'm sure. It would just be tough because we'd miss each other, you know? Turns out I really like my life. I like seeing to get my wife every day. I don't know. It's really unfortunate, this thing. Megan's a real one, yes. Yes, indeed. It's really unfortunate that I have this love of my life that I like seeing every day. Maybe you meet a spouse while vanishing. There's an idea. Turns out I like my life, Pog. It's so good. It's so fucking great. It's such a beautiful feeling to be like, fuck. Turns out I like vacation, but there's a lot to be said for being back home. God damn it, surprise. Is that a clip of me saying don't tell Megan this? Yeah, good shit. Should have guessed that one. Should have guessed. Guys, I have that terrible thing, which is when you have like a spot that's tender in your mouth, and I'm chewing on pistachios and cashews and stuff, trail mix, when I have a tender spot right near the gum. Oh, it hurts. I think if your spouse is not cool, the fucking off is a better option. Yeah. Yep. Don't tell Megan is code for please clip this. If Surprise sends that to Meg, I'll send the super wholesome stuff you said immediately after that to bring us back to equilibrium. Surprise says, I think I have about 5 ulcers in my mouth right now. Dude, I get them constantly. It sucks, man. It's just one of those things where like certain people are more likely to get them. And if you're not one of those people, you have no idea how thankful you should be. You know? It's like anything. Like, no idea how great it is to not have to fucking worry about that. I get them constantly. Any travel, any minor life stress. Every time we plan a charity stream or like I spend a lot of hours doing something or I'm worried about something, I just get like, I'll get 1 ulcer, I'll get 5. Sucks. I get cold sores. It's not fun. All right, I know I built ray receivers around here somewhere. Question is, where the fuck are they? Herpes little into hearts. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. I had way too much shit made fun of me for that exact thing. 100%. Sounds great, Dinks. Thanks, Dinks. Much love. Good luck. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Victoria. Yeah, herpes can lick my butthole, but it's not the worst problem. Like, the type of herpes that is cold sores is not the worst problem to have, but it ain't a good one either. It's not fucking fun. Two types of herpes. One is the kind you hear. The kind herpes can lick your butthole. Yes, it can. Yep. Herpes can lick my butthole, but it's not the worst of my problems. Exactly. Honestly, 99 problems and herpes can lick my butthole. Two kinds of herpes. The super common one, and also, yeah, non-sexual one is like just getting cold sores. So. Okay, where the fuck did I make these things? I know I did. I just don't know where. Victoria, how's your not to ask you about something depressing, but how's your econ thing going? I haven't really had a chance to ask you about it. I knew it. I knew I was making them. Where are you? Where are you, bitches? Beautiful. Done. Cool. Got some. Watch the drones to see where it's coming from. You're right. I should have. Fuck me. Good call. Now I'll just forget about where they are until next time. Oh, Victoria. No, I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. Victoria says, Brian, serious, actually pretty personal question. Thinking about breaking up with my boyfriend because my mental health is in shambles. How do I go about this? So, first off, I'm sorry. That just sucks. There's no way around any part of that doesn't suck. That all sucks. As a person who has very unsuccessfully done this in the past, I'm not sure that I am the person to ask 100%, but I'll do what I can to just say that sucks and maybe hopefully talk through it with you. But man, first thing I'll say is just don't listen to me about any of this shit ever. All right, this should get close to doing this once we eventually. Therapist Ryan reporting for duty. Oh, Adderall, least helpful therapist you've ever seen, for sure. Also not a therapist. Oh, Victoria, I don't even know where to start. Surprise. I've mastered the wave function interference technology. Great. I mean, I think one thing to say is just that, like, this is basically what I did with Meg. Like, I broke up with Meg when my mental health was in shambles the first time. Yeah, and I've also dumped a person before when my mental health was in shambles, but I also knew that it was not the relationship for me. So they're two different questions, right? You have, hypothetically, and let me know if this is not right. You have, hypothetically, my mental health is in shambles, quote unquote, and I do not need to be in a relationship right now. Like, the last thing I need is to be in a relationship. And then you have, the last thing I need or want to do is be in a relationship with you. Slightly different. And here's the problem in my experience. The thing to keep in mind for you is that when is that, like, if you just try to break up on the first count and say my mental health sucks, I'm going to try and make sense of this. It might take me a second to stumble through. I have a feeling, but I don't know how to word it exactly yet. If you try to break up with a person on the first front, my mental health sucks and I can't be in a relationship now, while also believing the second part, which is I don't want to be in a relationship with you specifically, whether or not my mental health is good. The problem is, I think the person receiving the breakup is not receiving the full truth of the matter, and so therefore they can act differently. They can try to say that they'd be good for your mental health. They can try to help. They can not realize what, like, the actual problem is, and so therefore they can't actually react to it. You know? Is it causing or making your mental health worse at all? That's a great question. Yeah. And might be the kind of bridge between those two things. I don't know how to deal with that one at all if that's the case. Unfortunately. Not that I know how to deal with the original one either, because I'm clueless on this matter, but yeah. Yeah. Like, I've had that before, if that makes sense. The part I was just saying, where, like, you say, and this is probably not what you're doing, but this is what I did. What I did was I was like, my mental health sucks, and so I can't be in a relationship right now. When that was true, but also what happened was I knew that it was the end of my relationship with the other person. And all that did was complicate things. So maybe, I don't know this for a fact, but maybe if the truth is both or some part of both, then maybe both parts need to be said. It's also just knowing that I feel like poison when my mental health situation takes over. And I feel like I cannot be the partner that I want to be. Is that what you're saying? I can't be the partner that I want to be when mental health is bad? Yeah. I hear that for sure. That was a not great. Yeah. I can't be the partner that I could be or can be. Okay. Yeah, I hear that for sure. That was definitely partially like Megan and I's experience when... My experience with Megan the first time is I was like not living up to what I thought I could do. So sure. Yeah, go for it, Dr. House. Rylan's clueless about relationships, but somehow convinced Meg to marry his ass, and I'm super surprised. True. I don't know that I convinced her at all. Somehow. What was I doing over here? I want more Ray receivers. Yeah, so I think that is a legitimate and great thing to do your best to express, Victoria. I'm sad that you're feeling that way, and I'm sad that this is your reality right now, but it sounds to me like you have a good handle on that part of it, which is my mental health is bad enough that I can't be the partner I want to be. And I think that is a great thing to say. I think that's if that's how you're feeling, your feelings are legitimate. That's good. That's good to say. The question is also the part beyond that, because I think sometimes in relationships, for good, for bad, or for good, and the only thing I would say is, like, if it's a breakup and you're sure about it, I would be really clear about it, because I think unfortunately in relationships we do a little bit of especially depends on the relationship, but like we do a little bit of therapy for the other person, for good or for bad. We do. And so I'm not doing well can like have this weird bleed over into like you aren't, you know, you could do more but you aren't, or this is a call for you to help me more with this stuff, and that's maybe not what you want. So yeah. Yo. House, that's such a sweet thing to say. Damn. Bet. I'm gonna go follow immediately right now just so that I can see. So it's a great recommendation. Great recommendation. I love that. He's even said that he felt helpless whenever I tell him about my situations. Like he doesn't know what to say or do. It's just a bad situation all around. Yeah. And I don't want to like ask you too many questions about that stuff if you don't want to talk about it. If you want to talk about it, definitely. Sorry to take over stream with such a personal convo. No, not at all. Are you shitting me? Don't apologize, Victoria. No way. No way. If this stream is literally anything. Remember the thing I said a while back when people were like, some random dumb YouTube commenter was like, talk to your chat less and you'll have a better time on Twitch. It's the exact opposite of that. I only ever want to do this streaming thing if we can talk about stuff like this, you know, if people want to. If they don't want to, that's also totally fine. But yeah. That's so rough, Victoria. That's so rough. Man. What else is I doing here? Breaking up before finals week, though, if that isn't the biggest oof in the world, I don't know what is. Victoria, do you mind me asking how long you've been dating this person? That is rough, but... Alright, let's just go back to square one. We were trying to fix purple science, is what we're doing real quick. So let's see if purple science is at all moving. No. Right here. Been together a year and a couple weeks. Okay. Sometimes talking about this stuff and taking over the stream, quote unquote, can help others that may be listening but won't or can't speak up. So don't sweat it, I say. Yeah. I also think too, like, if this community is anything, it's a chance to be either one, right? You can be either the person that day that needs the encouragement, or you can be encouragement. Might be a light word for what we're doing that day, or it might be the right word, or you can be the one doing the encouraging. And that's just life. That's just the cycle of what we do here. Starbase says I can kind of relate, but from the opposite perspective. Honestly, Victoria, this is a great question to ask when Megan's on stream sometime and not trying to click heads in Valorant because she gets a little distracted. Because I would be super interested to hear her perspective on when we were dating. Because, like, yeah, the first time. This was our first breakup, basically, was this. My ex was going through a really hard time. I couldn't help him. I tried my best to be supportive, but it was hard on us both, and we drifted apart. Yeah. Yeah. Now I need more hydrogen. Okay. More hydrogen for more red. That's doable. Tony says, I've been listening while I work. Just wanted to pop in and send some good vibes your way, Victoria. Sorry I can't help, but thinking of you. That's so sweet, Tony. Yeah. God damn, guys. Making me emotional over here. Yeah. Man, buddy, sometimes I do not feel qualified to be the one on camera talking. That's for damn sure. Today is one of those days. This moment is one of those moments. Yeah. I think that's right, Tony. I think that's exactly right. Yeah. I don't know. I think, too, there's just, like... Yeah, this just happens, right? This just happens. Like... I don't know what's right for any single one person is being in or out of a relationship when shit hits the fan, you know? Oh my God, Victoria, this is freaking me in 2015, what you're talking about right now. Victoria says, biggest change in my life is coming very soon, and I feel this need for the summer to just really adjust myself. I move out in August, and I don't want to move out in shambles. Trust your instincts there, Victoria. This is me in 2015. So here's me in 2015. I've lived in Indiana my entire life, you know? I have lived very close to home my entire life. Yeah. I've always had friends there. I've always had families there, my family there, etc. I come from a super tight family, super small family, pretty small family. But then in 2015, I get accepted to grad school in California, and I'm going to move out to grad school where I know no one. I will have no friends out there. I'll spend at least 2 years out there. And my mental health, early 2015, 100%. Shambles is the exact right word. And I'm also dating Megan, who is objectively, you've met her. She's my wife. Incredible person. That's not a question mark in the situation. Incredible person. Relationship was good. The problem was I was not. I was in shambles, as you say. And there's nothing wrong at all. Like it was the right move, unfortunately, for me. Like as dumb as this sounds, it was the right move for me to break up with Meg, even as perfect as Meg is, because it got down to the sort of fundamental question of me, and I had to be happy and be my own person and do all of the self-learning and the like self-exploration stuff that I didn't feel I could do in a relationship. Yeah, and that's just sometimes how it has to be. Like that's 100%. I was in your position. I relate so hard to how you were feeling right now. Yeah, I think if that is your instinct, the only thing I know to say is to trust your instinct there. The reason we date is to find what works, but more importantly, what doesn't. If something isn't working for you, don't feel like you need to force it. For sure. For sure. Yeah. How the fuck do I get more hydrogen, by the way? I should probably do this X-ray cracking thing. Oh my god. Alright, cool. We'll do that. Fuck me. Back to work. Sounds good, Tony. Thanks for popping in to say that, man. This one right there. There's actually two right here. Let's go with this one right here. Yeah. That's, I don't know, like, I just, yeah, I just relate so hard. Okay, if I were to make red science, I need an oil extractor first. Yeah, Victoria, to me that sounds like... First off, I'm so sorry. We love you. I'm so sorry. It sucks to see you hurting. Little into hearts for sure. Tap your gas giant? Yeah, I have... Let me go... I'll look at that in a second, House. That's a great idea. I have it tapped already, but maybe not well enough. And I always forget that you can do... I also need to redo my gas thing, so I'm like... my oil thing, so I'm thinking about that at the same time. I have the fire ice shit wherever it is. I don't remember. Into graphene. I have a decent amount of that, but I'll take a look at that in a bit. That's a good point. Yeah, I think all signs point to me, Victoria, all signs point to doing the act of love for yourself right now. Again, not a therapist. This is in no way advice. And definitely, I'm talking beyond my skill level here. But to me, it seems like you have to become priority number one for sure. Yeah. Interesting, House. Okay. Okay, so I want to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out, but in the meantime, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go take a look at our fire ice thing real quick, just to double check it. Shit, I went the wrong way. Yeah, are you, like, not to get too personal in response, but like, are you Are you actively seeking help? Do you feel like you can use help? Professional help, Victoria? Like, what's your history there? I don't know. So this is part of the problem. Is we're not doing this as fast because we have stocked up on graphene. Okay. Okay. I thought I remembered that too, honestly. Yeah. I thought I remembered you mentioning it, Victoria. Unlocked the quantum chip. The quantum chip. Do you have a P.O. box for gifts? Little indigestion. Yes. House. Exclamation mail. And we check it pretty regularly. Yeah. Yeah, if you would like to send something, we would be super happy to check it. We check it regularly, but it also helps if people are like, hey, check your P.O. box. We check it more often then, but no way. That's funny. Yeah. Good old Midwestern town names. We all share them between states. The reason why the mental health has reached its peak right now is because of all the exploration of trauma with my therapist, things I pushed down about myself, hidden away from everybody. Yeah. Sounds like you're in the middle of the shit right now. In the middle of the shit. I'm proud of you though. Like, I'm super proud of you for I'm super proud of you because I think you're definitely like, man, looking at myself in 2015 versus what I'm hearing from you, and I don't know the whole thing. Yeah, house, no worries. That sounds great. Send your dirty dishes to our P.O. box and Ryan will wash them for you. I can't promise that, but I will say, compared to where I was in 2015 and where you are, you're doing the work and I was avoiding the work of getting better and of caring for myself. And that gives me more hope for you than it did for me in 2015. And yeah, so that's all. But just adding random stuff to our research while we work through stuff. Okay, so we gotta find a way to use our graphene. Okay, this is a rhetorical question. Don't actually tell me the answer, but I'm trying to think of what I do with my graphene. I can make carbon nanotubes out of it. Which I can use it to make solar sails. I can make a whole bunch of frame material. There's an idea. I bet that's smart. Okay. All right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go do that. I need to get off here too. It's 3 o'clock all of a sudden, but I'm gonna set up making frame material. It's these conversations. I'm so glad we're having them. Like, I'm happy you felt okay to tell us, Victoria, and etc. And I also feel so unhelpful. And this is what's tough. I'm really grateful for you too, Victoria. And what sucks is I don't feel like we help in this situation. But I also know that that is not the point, you know? The point is not to help. Sometimes the point is to listen. And, or even just to leave space for how people are feeling and what's actually going on. So I'm thankful for you too, Victoria. And, thanks for sharing. And I don't know, DMs are open, but also keep us updated if you want. Like, I would love to, I like the real glimpses into people's lives so long as they're feeling open to sharing them. So, yeah. Also, let's talk about this again when Megan is here, because I'm one of those people who recognizes when their spouse is their partner is the wiser one, and this is one of those situations. She's the wiser one for sure, and may have actual advice for you in this situation that I like might not have. So how do I make these again? 4, 1, and 1. Okay. This is the last thing we're gonna make. We're gonna make one thing, and then we'll hop off here. This does use a lot of those, which is good because we can make a shit ton of those. Okay. Good. Cool. Do we have no titanium alloy in the storage? Fuck. It's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. I'm just thankful we have a chat where this feels, we have a community, we have a chat where this feels like things we can talk about, you know? That's the thing I would say is, I just don't, like, I am relatively uninterested in living a life where things like this aren't talked about because it has been so central to my life. Like a good portion of my life, the question of the day has not been like, oh, I wonder what to watch on Netflix. It's been like, oh, I wonder how I'm going to make it through today without feeling a type of loneliness or despair that feels crippling. Or I wonder how I'm going to feel like a good friend today. Or I wonder if I'll ever feel like a good friend. Or like, these are the, not to be dramatic other than to say that I think a lot of us have this feeling, but like, I don't know. There are probably people out there for whom... What's that? Oh, shit. What is that? Oh, my God. It's the Bukowski poem. It's the Aliens, the Bukowski poem. Can I read you guys a poem? I'm going to read you guys a poem because we're there today on stream. The Aliens by Charles Bukowski. You may not believe it, but there are people who go through life with very little friction or distress. They dress well, eat well, sleep well. They are contented with their family life. They have moments of grief, but all in all, they are undisturbed and often feel very good. And when they die, it is an easy death, usually in their sleep. You may not believe it, but such people do exist. But I am not one of them. Oh no, I am not one of them. I am not even near to being one of them, but they are there, and I am here. And to me, what that poem has always meant is a thing that I have felt and not had words for always, which is just that, like, some people have an easier time here on Earth, and I'm not here to, like, point fingers at those people. I'm thankful that they have that, but that has not been my experience. Most of my days have been less fun than that. All I want to say is I don't feel bad about bringing personal stuff to stream, because I am uninterested in living a life where all we do is talk about whether or not potatoes should be eaten raw, or why a boiled egg is the way to eat an egg. I don't know. So, hey, there's that. Hey, there's that. So anyways, Dyson, you know? How about them frame materials we're building out here? right, I'm gonna have to stop here, but before I do, I'm gonna write a couple things down. So, which is more titanium alloy, more hydrogen via fire gas. What's that called? Fire ice. Call that good. You're right, and I'm happy to have shared this situation with you guys. Well, yeah. I'm happy you shared too. Hydrogen is not fire ice. You get it via fire ice, right? Fire ice is graphene and also hydrogen, though. They give you both. I have an ice giant, not a gas giant. Gotcha. Okay, so that is a question for another day then, because that's gonna be a go to another star to do that for a gas giant. All right, cool. So that is gonna have to do it for Dyson for the day. I want to check one more thing. Which one of these fuckers unlocks green science again? Right there. That's what we're working on. All right, cool. Green science is graviton lenses and the other thing. Then green science. Cool. Surprise is back right as we get out of here. Rest in peace, 4-hour streams. Yeah. Stream tonight or no? I think stream is very likely tonight, Victoria. Very likely. I'm going to save game real quick. This one. Save it right here. Save. And then I'm also going to save it on top of this one, because I don't want that one saved anymore. Cool. Sweet.